atoms differ? Well, there are those with one electron, two electrons, and many electrons. "80 years ago, when atoms were discovered, scientists thought atoms were the smallest form of matter. Now we know that's not the case. There are even smaller things, and they've been discovered. They are called neutrinos. So, how big is a neutrino? Scientists tell me that 10 billion neutrinos, 10 billion of them. Put together, its volume is equal to that of an electron. Shows how tiny they are. The Buddha called this the finest of fine particles. So, how do we know this? The Buddha said the finest particle can't be split. Scientists have tried to split it to see what happens, and what did they find? Sure enough, it disappeared just as the Buddha described. So, what exactly is split off? What they found was that it's actually a thought, a phenomenon of mental fluctuation. This discovery is truly remarkable. Why is that? Changes how we see things. Science concludes matter is an illusion. Matter is manifested from thoughts. In other words, without thoughts, there's no matter. With thoughts, matter appears, and thoughts always come before matter. So, scientists have proposed the mind can control matter. Here, mind refers to our thoughts. We can use our mind to control physical phenomena. Major discovery. This finding has truly changed the way we think and the way we live. However, this discovery hasn't been widely accepted just yet. Scientists are still searching for evidence to prove this is actually true. Can the mind really control matter? Then our bodies would be able to take charge on their own. If someone is unwell, there'd be no need to see a doctor or take medicine. We could use our thoughts to restore our bodies to normal. And this is real, not made up. Right now, these scientists are working very hard to find evidence. The first group they're looking at is those facing the wall. They are focusing on people with serious illnesses. When treatment is stopped, it's incurable, and they have a month or two left. Most of these patients are religious believers. They know their time is nearly up. Their serious illness can't be cured, so every day they pray earnestly. They stop thinking about their body or their illness, and instead, they focus only on God and heaven, sincerely hoping that God will eventually take them to heaven. After praying like this for 2 or 3 months, nothing happens to them, and when they go for a checkup, the illness is gone. The doctor calls this a miracle. But scientists know it's all about the mind. Why is that? Because for those 2 months, they didn't think about their illness or their body at all. So this cell carrying the virus gradually returns to normal and the illness naturally gets better. So, thoughts can cure illnesses. Thoughts cure illnesses, but scientists have told us thoughts resolve disasters. For example, things like rising sea levels, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, our thoughts can resolve them all. Why is that? It is a material phenomenon. This is real, not fake. Now, to resolve these external disasters, of course, you need a high level of skill, and your thoughts must have considerable strength. Only by focusing them can you make a difference. Curing illness is a small matter. Don't think of illness. It gets worse. Scriptures say all things come from thoughts. Think of illness, you'll get that. Why is that? Because what you think about comes true. All phenomena arise in mind. If you don't think, illness disappears. That's all. Believe it. The Buddha said this 3,000 years ago. Now, scientists have proven it's absolutely true. So, in the land of ultimate bliss, everything is realized by Amitabha Buddha's mind. How did it come about? It doesn't need to be built by hand, nor does it need to be designed on paper. He goes out every day to observe and study, and all the best impressions he gathers are fully realized in the land of ultimate bliss. It's a wish come true. Amitabha Buddha's wishes come true. We should also focus our minds today. But for us, it's much simpler than for Amitabha Buddha. We need to think of Amitabha Buddha and focus on one thing. Amitabha Buddha had 48 wishes, and 48 were accomplished. We focus on him alone, but within that one, all 48 are included. We recall Amitabha Buddha daily. Our land of ultimate bliss is achieved there. That's the principle behind it. This is the principle of being reborn in the Western Pure Land. So, the Western Pure Land has a very close connection with us. Where did Amitabha come from? The Buddha explains in the Mahayana Sutras that the Pure Land is only mind, and Amitabha is our own mind. This is what the Buddha said. Amitabha Buddha is a manifestation of our true nature, and the land of ultimate bliss is manifested from our own mind. It's a pure land of the mind. So, the land of ultimate bliss, Amitabha Buddha, and ourselves are all one and the same. We are even closer than family. Family members aren't actually one and the same. Amitabha Buddha and the land of ultimate bliss are one with us. If we want to go there, how could it not be possible? In the vast Dharma realm, there truly are countless Buddhas and Tathagatas, innumerable and boundless Buddha lands. Yet, ultimately, they all arise from the one, all-encompassing mind. When we say it's the one mind, that means we're included too. I'm part of what this one mind does. It's just a transformation of consciousness. Now, we've added something extra. On top of our true nature, we've added the transformation of consciousness, and that's where trouble starts. That's when we get confused and lose control. If there were only our true nature, without the transformation of consciousness, we'd be in control. What is it then? It's deluded belief. The true heart can be believed, the false heart can be changed. The one true, adorned Dharma realm is transformed by the deluded mind. If you use your mind, you can attain great freedom. You then have the ability to transcend the illusory worldly realms, the false, and return to the truth, return to your true nature. You have this ability. Amitabha Buddha established the Pure Land for no other purpose than to help us return to our true nature. Returning to our true nature means achieving Buddhahood and attaining the ultimate blessings. This is what it means. We as people do not die. Our physical body, this shell, may die, but your soul does not perish. When do you become enlightened? Once enlightened, the soul is called the spirit. The soul alone can't transcend the 6 realms. If you're still within them, you'll be reborn. Yet the spirit can transcend the 6 realms. How does the soul become enlightened and turn into the spirit? That's when you attain realization. At the very least, you are at the level of an arhat or above. This is important. There's nothing in this world that's important. I told you before, my words are the truth. If the Heavenly King invited me and offered me his throne, do you think I'd go? I wouldn't go. Even if Mao-Shi or the King of the First Heaven invited me to take their place, I still wouldn't go. Why is that? Because you still can't escape the cycle of rebirth in the 6 realms. What's the point of that? You have encountered Buddhism today, which is rare and precious. This is a truly wonderful chance. This is your opportunity to break free from the cycle of rebirth forever. You need to understand this. You can escape rebirth and rise above the world. How amazing is that? Where else find this chance? It's something you might not encounter even once in countless eons, and now you've found it. How lucky is that? Now that you've found it and truly understood it, would you still let anything else distract you? There's just no sense in that. Once you've truly understood this, the most wrong method is to keep chanting Amitabha Buddha and let go of everything. If you achieve this in your lifetime, but still want to do this or that, even if it's spreading the Dharma or helping others, it's actually a mistake. You can't spread the Dharma or help others. You can't be reborn in Pure Land, and you'll miss the chance of meeting Buddha's teachings. So then, what sort of attitude should we have? If the Buddha's name is in my heart and only Amitabha Buddha is in my mind, I can spread the Dharma and benefit others. For those people, if I'm confident, if I have Amitabha Buddha in my heart and I'm certain of being reborn in the Pure Land, absolutely certain, then while my body is still in this world, I should do a bit more for the Dharma, help guide a few more people along. That's a good thing, and it's something I ought to do. First save yourself, then help others. If, in my own heart, there are still all sorts of messy thoughts and delusions, if I still can't focus solely on reciting the Buddha's name, and I'm not confident in myself, then I should treat this as my top priority. If you don't have this confidence, then don't bother giving Dharma talks or building temples. Why is that? It's pointless.
Please.
Nothing is more important than this. You must remember, what the Buddha said is absolutely spot on. Only after saving yourself can you help others. If you haven't saved yourself but claim you can save others, that's just not possible. It simply doesn't make sense. Isn't this what the Buddha said in the sutras?